Hey, did you hear about our next stop? It's a world called Pennac, but Pom Pom said the banquet we were invited to is still a little ways off. Huh? Is that my phone? That Don Hung. Let's go to his room and talk to him.
What the? Is this a letter?
Don Hung! Branya just sent all of us a message.
Yes.
Then why didn't you reply? Branya's...
I'm sorry. I'm just not in the mood for...
Don Hung, I'm the one who should be sorry. I was being too pushy.
Thank you. It's great that Belobog is able to host a celebration. I hope your trip goes well.
Okay. Rest up. You're not allowed to miss the he won't budge, huh? Looks like it's a pity. He's gonna miss out. We never... I know, but it's still a shame. If only Himeko could... maybe not. He's still wheezing from the trouble we got into on the Xianzhen. At his age, he might not appreciate the extra... Why don't we go ask Himeko to tag along? You've been on the Express for a while now, but you've never gone on a trip with Himeko before, right?
Hey, March. That's a big smile on your face. What's the good...
Himeko, there's a celebration coming up on Eurillo 6, organized by the Supreme Guardian. Don Hung won't be going anywhere for a while. I mean, considering how you helped us out with Cocolia, I'm sure Branya would be...
So that explains the grin. Thanks for the invite, but I'm afraid my hands are full right now. Please send my regards to the... Make the most of the festivities. You've earned it. You two and Don Hung did help save Eurillo 6 after all. I'll be sure to join you guys next...
Navigators really do have their plates full. Let me go pack some stuff for the trip first. Come and find... So, what do you think about my new dress? Pretty. It's actually not new. I just never had the right... This kind of event doesn't come around every day. Why shouldn't I dress for the occasion? You're not really gonna wear that same... let's just pretend I never said anything. Pajamas, hot water... Wow, that was fast. Huh, you do seem... I was just taking a look at Mr. Yang's records. I wouldn't call it livable just yet. Ready to go? Belobog, here we...
Galabon. 700 years. It's never too late to pick up the tab.
Brr! How do people living in all this snow celebrate anything. Oh, one thing's for sure, though. Where there's a celebration, there's bound to be food, right? Come on, Belobog. Don't let me down.
Come on, then.
Wait a sec. That person all in black. Surely they're not... The Interastral Peace Corporation. Who else? You still don't remember? Never mind, it's not that important. There's only one way to find out. Hi, do you work for the Interastral Peace Corporation?
Boss, encounter with 2 unknowns. Want me to take them out?
Take us out?
Take them out? Just hang tight for... Glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Topaz, an investment expert from the Interastral Peace Corporation. I'm here on Rail 6. You'll have to forgive my colleague here. People skills aren't his strong suit.
Phew! You scared the life out of me! We're here for the celebrations. We're not looking for more... Oh, right. We should probably introduce ourselves. I'm March 7th, a passenger of the Astral Express. You may have heard of it? And this is my friend...
No kidding. I could tell you weren't locals from a mile away, but I heard that Rail 6 only stepped out of the Stellaron's shadow thanks to the direct intervention of the Trailblazers. Surely you two aren't...
Huh? Jeez, can you be a little more
I never imagined I'd run into living legends here. Must be your lucky day, huh, Numby?
Wow, Miss Topaz. You're really young for an IPC exec.
More good luck, I suppose. But it's not as cushy as you think. Scurrying from one side.
Huh. Your job sounds pretty similar to the express cruise. Oh, Branya moves fast. The crisis is only just over and she's already opened talks with the
These talks aren't exactly what you might expect. But I have to agree. The Supreme Guardian definitely knows how to govern a city. That's the reason I'm here on... Miss March, you said you were on your way to Belobog festivities, right?
Don't be sorry. It's not like we're in a rush. Want to come to the city with us? The snow plane...
Thanks for the concern, but I'll manage. It's my first time on this world. I'd like to take it in its vast... Who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths again during the celebrations. Oh, here's my contact information.
Wow, I actually managed to get an IPC executive's phone number. Me too.
You two make a cute pair. Anyway.
The universe is huge. Yet we somehow stumbled onto the same... Come on, let's head into the city. Wow, there are people everywhere. Are you sure we're in Belobog? And now to check out the main event, the food. Come on, keep up. Is that Pale?
Next, I'll be introducing the history of the museum. Belobog's History and Culture Museum was founded so hungry. It was built... Guess what? I heard there's gonna be a Silvermane adventure camp open... Also, those who sacrificed their lives in the war against the...
Miss Pela, Peter is falling asleep.
Enough. From now on, no whispering aloud. If you don't want to have any homework later, you'd better...
Sorry, Miss Payla.
That's better.
Oh, I never knew Payla had a strict side. Hey, quick! Serval!
Woo! Thanks, everyone! Hope you're ready for a great show!
Serval! Serval!
Heartbeats will shake.
Come around and have a look.
Aunt Gertie!
Oh, is that little March? What brings you this? Oh, you're here for the Soulworm Festival, right? The atmosphere is like...
Hey, that's not fair. Get to the back of...
Show a little respect. If it weren't for these two, we'd be eating... Take a look at these beauties. These are the...
Oh, wow, they smell so...
Well, don't wait for them to get cold.
Phew. Who'd have thought to say? I think we should probably pay Bron, or we could go check out some other fun stuff else.
I understand the difficulties that this world is facing, Supreme Guardian. Belobog's current financial burden cannot be pinned on you, nor anyone else for that matter. However, objectively speaking, since Belobog has existed as an independent entity to this day, its debt cannot simply be written. Oh, it looks like we have some visitors.
Branya! And Topaz? You're here too? I guess you've already started your business talks. We'll get out of your way if...
It's no bother. We've pretty much wrapped things up already anyway. Please consider my plans carefully, Supreme Guardian. If Eurilo 6 wants to rebuild its connections with the rest of the galaxy, your credit record with the IPC will be of great importance.
You've made yourself clear, Miss Topaz.
Naturally. However, while you're deliberating, my colleagues will need to carry out some operations in Belobog. I'm sorry our business got in the way of a reunion with old friends. I'll get out of your way.
Is everything all right, Branya? I didn't know Miss Topaz was...
It's good to see you two again. Welcome back to Belobog. I planned a special reception, but I had to deal with an unexpected... There's no need to keep either of you in the dark. To tell the truth... Since you've already made her acquaintance, I'm sure you've heard pieces of Belobog's history the first time you visited. The Legion's invasion 700 years ago. It seems that much of Belobog's history from that time was buried deep beneath the snow. Topaz shared with me the story of the Stellaron's descent upon Eurilo 6. How the original outsiders stationed here foresaw the impending disaster and chose to leave. Among those outsiders were several investors from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Before they sought out architects who refused to leave, those who insisted on defending their homes. The IPC provided these architects. It was with those funds that Belobog was able to construct its immense walls. Even the initial funding for the development of the first batch of automatons was drawn from the same pool.
Wow, that's a pretty incredible story. So, does that mean...
Yes, I'm afraid so.
That's ridiculous! And what's with the timing? What took them so long to get here? If it wasn't for us eliminating the Stellaron, they'd have...
According to her account, The repayment period agreed upon by the architects and the IPC investors was 280 years. However, less than a century after, the IPC deemed that the disaster had caused irreparable damage and that there was no civilization left to reclaim the debt from. It wasn't until the Stellaron crisis was resolved that the IPC discovered that Bella...
And that's when they sent Topaz...
And the interest. An astronomical amount. I don't even know how... Before you both arrived, Topaz warned me that if the payments were delayed...
Oh, I had no idea things were like this. Here I was thinking the IPC had come to... Yeah, we have to help Branya out. The IPC is too big and...
You seem to have a deeper knowledge of the Interastral Peace Corporation than I do. But if the records are accurate, and they truly have a presence... I'm glad you're both here. I know you came for the now... I must ask you and the Astral Express for help.
Have no fear, Branya. When a friend's in need, the Nameless will... Yeah, after all...
Thank you so much, both of you. While you're out looking for Topaz...
Oh, hey! I just remembered. Topaz gave... We might as well just be direct... Okay, got it. We better think about what we're gonna say.
Oh, it's you two again. This is the third time today we've run. Why, of course I will. Meeting friends from the Astral What do you make of this painting? I'm no expert, but just from the artist's strokes, it portrays a certain kind of sorrow, you know? Not your everyday kind of sadness. It's as if the artist had condensed history into one poignant but sorrowful image. Not at all. The analysis of an aficionado. The Express has visited many worlds. I'm sure I suppose what I'm trying to say is what I'm drawn to isn't the style in which a piece is painted, but...
Sorry for crashing your artist party, but we came to talk to you about some...
Oh? A collaboration between our two sides, perhaps?
Not exactly. Actually...
Let's walk and talk. This way. Most exhibits in this museum are of little value. But with a keen eye, it's possible to find a diamond in the rough, so to speak.
Miss Topaz, Branya's already told us about Bella.
Oh, you two are closer than I expected with her. So, how can I help? Not sure in the arrangement, or...
We, help me out here. You know I'm not good at this kind of...
I see. I understand. From your point of view, I can see. However, you must understand that debt collection is... I appreciate each case has its difficulties. But if I treated every... I've heard that before. The Strategic Investment Department is well versed in handling such... But Eurillo 6 has far exceeded the allotted repayment period. I'm afraid milder solution... Oops! Almost gave away trade secrets there. The exhibits here are pretty ordinary. I estimate they're probably not worth...
So So you're basically saying the Belabogians must pay off their ancestors' debts.
When you think about it, it's just another part of the cycle of life.
I'm not sure it's as poetic as that.
Wow, look! Is that little critter native to Eurillo 6? It's so white and fluffy. I absolutely adore them. Have you guys met Numby yet? Come to think of it, this little guy is on display here probably means it's a...
So, Miss Topaz, Branya invested so much just to make this world a little better.
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March? We're just the same as Belobog's architects. We're all... No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration.
So you're saying there's nothing to worry about?
Don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise... But, to answer your question directly, it'd take a miracle.
This isn't going as planned.
I wouldn't waste too much energy on this matter. Why not make the most of the festive atmosphere? Oh, looks like one of my colleagues is after me. My apologies.
So, what now? We spent ages... Well, yeah, but... I guess Miss Topaz is just doing her job. And as far as the Express is... all these vested interests. It's so hard to undo any of it. They don't teach this stuff in school. Wait, did someone send you a message? Huh? The IPC are causing trouble in the underworld. Seriously? Topaz was... Again? I guess complaining won't...
It's getting late. Where to now?
Zila!
Hey! Am I glad to see you two here? It's bad. Really bad. Nobody's been seriously hurt, but a few Wildfire members got minor injury. You see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not letting anyone in or out. What's the matter? Got nothing to say?
What's going on inside the mine? Any ideas?
A few miners made it out earlier. They looked pretty panicked. They said the whole mine had been These uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation, whatever that means. All I know is that they're... Who?
We were just talking to her in the museum.
The person you're talking about. Are they in charge of the people in... Potaz, Pazto... Whatever her name is, she... Hey, you two! Cat got...
You guys must be exhausted standing here all day. What's their deal?
You two were talking to the director in the snowplane.
So it's you! Do you even know who you're talking to?
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that if anyone gets...
Team leader? You're even lower on the...
Shut up! I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid preparing to...
IPC? Interviews? No need to waste our breath on this...
To guard and defend! Crush them!
World-cleansing dragon.
Lend me your strength!
Hit!
Lend me your strength.
That's it?
17 rounds of interviews, and these are the best people they can.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's set off when you're ready. Ready for action? Let's get moving.
Hello. It's Mr. Svarog, isn't it? And this...
Hello, miss.
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat with Mr. Svarog.
Clara, go inside and wait.
Huh? But if you have...
She is not a guest. Neither is she a friend. Go, Clara. Everything will be fine.
So, it seems my source was right. Who would have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a
You bear the insignia of the Interastral Peace Corporation.
Straight to the point, huh? I like your style. Eurillo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to no one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor any power in the galaxy. I only care about one thing right now. Demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Eurillo 6 can generate value. In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Long-term interests undefined. Analyzing objectives. Analysis failed. Tell me, emissary, how do you plan to convince...
That's simple. I'll show you.
This is...
Source code. Or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control. I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last 700 years utilize the underlying system. I assume you're also aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons. Enough to crush the... This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that Eurillo 6 has a place in the company. But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the... What are your intentions for the people currently living?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a...
I understand.
Oh, so you're not as stubborn as the rumors suggest.
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional analysis indicates that additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability of compliance through force. If I'm...
Your calculations are Here's to our future cooperation. If you wouldn't mind leading the way.
It's getting late.
Caught your breath yet? Nope. The quicker we handle...
Ready for action? Let's get moving.
All the miners here huddled...
Well, the situation here is pretty similar to when you first arrived.
Hey, check it out! Isn't that Topaz's little trotter over there?
What? Isn't that thing a fragmentum monster?
The IPC are all about their sci-fi sorcery, so it's not that surprising. Wanna go take a look? like you two are getting along. What's... Seriously?
Look, you guys. Looks like it wants to...
Looks like they want to find their master. Let's follow them.
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us!
Hey, I'm talking to you. Where do you guys store the Geomarrow?
I really don't know anything.
This place is filled with nothing but incompetence.
Those cowards! I guess...
Lend me your strength.
Rise! World-cleansing dragon.
To guard and defend. Crush them. Nap time.
Hit! Land! Forward!
Uh-huh. Looks like Numby's in a good mood.
But aren't they on the IPC side? Strange.
Look! That big guy down there.
We'll see who's really in charge.
Huh? Where'd Numby go?
Wow. For something so short and stubby, they're surprisingly nimble. Well, guess that's that. We're on our own now. Let's keep going. Hey, you! Are you in charge around here?
All local. The IPC is currently conducting asset evaluation work here. Local residents are advised to...
Don't lie to us! You seized the mine by force for yourself. You drove the... I'm warning you. Get lost or suffer the consequences.
And who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction now. We're... You know Topaz? Interesting. It doesn't matter. The Strategic Investment Department has no obligation to talk to anyone not related. In cases where debtors fail to repay within the set time frame, the IPC reserves...
You know, it's funny how the rules always seem to work in your favor, don't you think?
Don't blame me. I'm simply following orders.
Save your breath, March. I never held... Didn't you claim the IPC was all-powerful?
If I knew things were gonna get this heated, I'd have applied for overtime. Anyway, since you seem intent on settling this matter with violence, prepare yourselves for my heavy laser gift.
Lend me your strength.
Rise! Inevitable.
That hurt.
World-cleansing dragon.
Lend me your strength.
cleansing dragon.
Nap time. Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Rise!
Who are you people?
We took down the Doomsday Beast, the Stellaron, and Fantilia. Did you really think you could stop us?
Darn it! I'm all out of ammo.
Sir, we've just received word from the director.
Director Topaz?
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period. Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%!
60%? We're done for! Attention all personnel! Evacuate the mine immediately! Erase all traces of your presence!
So, are we all good here?
Yeah. Judging by the looks, so, who is this Topaz anyway? She seems to have no problem ordering these idiots around.
It's a long story.
Why did this mess have to happen so close to the festivity?
Oh, looks like we've got a message. I get the feeling Branya's worried about something. Are you coming with us, Zila?
Go on without me. I still have stuff to take care of. Branya messaged you, which means she thinks you can help.
Got it, Zila. We'll do what we can. Come on, to Klipoth Fort!
These guys don't look pleased to see us.
By order of the Supreme Guardian, proceed no further, Miss Topaz.
Bellabog might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket. See you later, Captain.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express. It couldn't have been easy running all over the city.
That's what friends are for, Branya. You don't...
I'm fine. I haven't rested in a while. They're moving quickly. Bellabog is crawling with their agents. All silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz must have... Still, that hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again? We're curious to know what solution she has in mind.
That's the reason I asked for you to come here. Look.
It's...
The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached. Please, take a look at the contents. And then tell me your thoughts.
Miss Branya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share a story with you from my... In your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel. My home planet was extremely resource poor. To survive, people worked laboriously, manufacturing. Given these circumstances, the natural environment of my home planet became increasingly harsh. I don't recall the exact moment when it happened, but my home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose interstellar migration and started anew. The majority who stayed finally. One fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damage 2 years after signing the contract. The dark clouds and haze disappeared, and people began to take off their masks. After 3 years, vegetation and trees began to... When I was finally old enough, I officially became a member of the Strategic Investment Department. I am writing to you, Miss Branya. I know freedom is precious to people, but in reality, how many generations of Belabogians will it take to embrace the stars again without assistance? I have already negotiated the best possible deal for you. Once you sign this contract, I can understand that for you, this is an extreme, but because of this, I believe that you will.
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
I'm inclined to agree. It's hard to imagine she wrote that letter just to deceive me. In any case, she wasn't wrong when she said this would be this planet's fate. The civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands. This definitely can't, and shouldn't, be a decision made by me alone. That thought has crossed my mind, and it comforts...
Right. I don't think it's fair for you to carry the weight alone.
Topaz hasn't given me much time to consider. I wanted to put it to a vote, and let all the citizens of both the overworld... I'll convene the Klapoth Fort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts. Yes, we need to move fast.
We've got your back. We failed to convince Topaz, but this...
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
All right. If we want to make an informed decision, we need to hear from both the overworld...
Careful now. We meet again. Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me... Sounds serious. I'm all ears. Really? You better not be making things up.
I wish it were made up. Unfortunately, we don't have much time, Pela. Branya wants to get everyone's opinion.
Wait, you're telling me I have to make this huge decision on the spot? Okay, I think I've got it. If it were up to me, I'd probably agree.
Huh. Okay.
I've looked at some of the climate reports, and based on the data I've seen, and that's assuming no other disasters occur. I care more about those in the present than a future. If the IPC is able to bring about immediate change, then building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? But is it in...
I see. So, compared to a... Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your...
Well, look who we have here! You and Uh-oh, sounds like something serious is happening. You'd better... What? How is that possible?
Serval, we're racing against the clock.
It's okay. I've thought it through.
What? Hold on, are you serious? I thought...
Surprised? My reasons are pretty... Signing this contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving. For most of the residents here, as for working for the company, people need to work no matter where they are, right? You know, I've always longed for the stars since I was a child, which is why I devoted myself to science.
I see. I suppose that makes... Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your...
Is that the Trailblazers? It's been a while. It's been pretty hectic in the city lately. All these people dressed in... You need my opinion? So that's who they are. It's worse than I imagined. The Madam Guardian must be under a lot of pressure. Is there really nothing we can...
We're here to gather everyone's opinion on the matter. I know this is a little sudden, but...
Why, I'd refuse the contract, of course. Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around here as if they own the place. How can such people be trusted? Who's faced with this sort of coercion? We must resist them with all our might. Surrendering is not an option. You must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself to fall into their trap.
A soldier's perspective is always valuable, Dunn. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion. Did we miss anyone in the overworld? From what I've gathered, it seems like most people in the overworld are leaning towards signing the IPC's contract. We'd better hurry to the underworld and see what Natasha and Zila make of it all.
It's getting late. Where to now?
What brings you two to the underworld? Seems a little out of the blue, but... That is a lot of information to take in.
No stress, Nat. Just tell us what you really...
I've thought about it, and... Well, if I were I won't deny the offer on the table is a very tempting one. And if we refuse, but even so, a quote I read back in school came to me just now. Living in the underworld has taught me that this phrase is true. I'd rather trek through the frigid snow plains.
Wow, that's a pretty convincing... Another vote for the against pile. Thanks for your insight, Nat.
None other than the saviors of Belobog. But I can tell by the look on your faces you're... Let me guess. Something to do with these unruly... Well, ask away. It just so happened. I see. That's a tricky situation, all right.
Mr. Oleg, out of all the people we know in Belobog, you have the most life...
Want to hear the truth? I'm afraid great ambitions and lofty... If this IPC does indeed possess the magical power to restore Belobog back to its... Have you considered the opposite? What about if we refuse? The reconstruction... What worries me the most is how Lady Bronya will handle the backlash from her people.
Huh. I guess I never looked at it from that angle. Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Oleg. Another vote for the...
March, big brother. What brings you
Hey there, Clara.
Mr. Svarog went out for a walk with...
What? Topaz?
I'm not sure, but...
What now? Svarog's super logical. True. Don Hung's always saying that Clara's really insightful for her age.
Miss March, do you... That's
It's all right, Clara. No pressure. Just tell us...
I think if we have a choice for the future, because when I was playing with Hook, the moles, and the other kids, everyone has different dreams. If we accept Miss Topaz's offer, then doesn't that mean our dreams will never come? Just taking away people's dreams like that.
You're right. Children see just the thought of our lives being predestined from birth makes me... Thanks, Clara. Your thoughts mean a lot to us. All that running around has worn... So, the votes are completely even. Oh, right! She's probably still in the Great Mine help.
Back so soon? Are you feeling all right? Important matter. I can tell from your tone that this isn't gonna be a lighthearted... I think I get it. At first...
Yeah, you didn't think the future of Belobog was at...
Right.
As it stands, the votes are even.
In that case...
What?
I've thought about it. No matter the choice she makes, she has far greater foresight than I do. The vote is tied. If I were to give you my view, it would tip the scales, and I'll respect whatever decision she makes, but it's not my place to make it for...
Understood, Zila. This is a difficult decision to make, and it's times like these that a leader must stand up and do what's needed.
Right. It's Branya's decision. If she asks you, just let her know my reasoning.
Well, it's all in Branya's hands. Right? I'm glad Belobog has someone like her in charge. The time has come. Let's go fill her in.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Whoa, the fort's packed! I've never seen this many people here before. Oh, jeez, I can barely even hear myself.
March, you're back. So, what's the verdict?
We talked to people in both the overworld and the underworld.
I see. I suppose that... What was Zila's perspective on the matter? I should have known. That sounds like Zila, all right.
Did you come to a conclusion with the ministers?
It's pretty much the same situation here. Neither party is willing to come. The time has come to make a decision. This...
How could you
That's what you people know how to do.
Enough! All of you! I know what to do.
Wait! I have something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
It's the real me, March. Real?
Miss Himeko, from the Astral Express? It's an honor. If we had known of your arrival beforehand, the architects would have given you a proper
I understand, Miss Rania. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that you have all the relevant I hesitate to call it a solution, but I might have some information that might... It is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian to make a wise and...
Information? Please, tell me what you know.
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, which is why she believes that there is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have accepted...
You mean...
Performing ecological reconstruction on a planet carries inevitable risks. According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction of worlds using the IPC's tech...
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled by Topaz. I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities to light. I think it's only fair that you know ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand. Thank you, Miss Himeko. This information, regardless of how alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble. As a leader,
now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. I think
Astral friends, I have an idea, but for it to work, I need some time to rally all the residents in the city. And then, I'll meet with... Please locate her for me. It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is still trying to take over Belobog's assets...
Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll find her. It won't be easy dealing.
Belobog's future is not for sale. And we'll never forget the friends who... Stay safe, everyone.
Japard should be waiting for us in Rivet. Here we go again.
It's getting late. Where to now?
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation and ready to enter Rivet Town. We'll go. Keep your guards up. We might run into IPs.
Destination reached.
Well, would you look at that? But I don't see any mech or weapons.
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the tower.
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factor. Wait a minute. You said these weapons have been hidden here from the very...
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed this. The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, The overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by...
I see. The stories about this world are...
I would like to ask you a question, Topaz.
You're awful polite for a big robot.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this conclusion?
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. Any world that on the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath the illusion of prosperity.
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have any thoughts?
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. While my opinion on the future of this planet may differ from yours, it ultimately holds no...
If only my colleagues had the same self-awareness as you. Come on, Numby. We've got some assessing to do.
Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet Town.
The IPC soldiers are well...
You're right, Miss Himiko. We'll be using the
automaton...
I'll explain later. Let's get...
Look, down there!
Keep noise to a minimum, everyone. It's time to deploy the automaton. Are you ready? Remember.
Oh no!
It's all right. Are you ready? Remember.
We wiped them all out in a single explosion! That's what you call efficiency!
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
I've seen standard issue robots.
Correct. The exterior, hopefully the automaton stealth bomb. Are you ready? Remember.
Oh no!
It's all right. Are you ready? Remember.
Oh no!
It's all right. Are you ready? Remember. To be honest, I didn't think it would be so powerful. This is the road that Topaz took.
Let's find her. And tell...
This time... Mr. Svarog? Are you...
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. I have had no... Such a result would be Topaz is ahead. She had the means to force me to comply with her orders, but from her perspective, the only way to preserve Belobog is by incorporating it into the... While it is unlikely, I still encourage the avoidance...
Unlikely potential?
Don't worry, March. The Express never pursues conflict as a first means.
Himiko's right. As long as we can look at our... Why would Topaz come here? Is she looking for something?
It's possible. Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
Oh, hey there, slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna show up. This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz. I'm Himiko, the Astral Express's navigator.
Oh, wow. I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko. Some of my colleagues dream about meeting you. Of course! The Nameless have quite the reputation.
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting.
Of course! The deadline has already passed, but Branya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding her back.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of opposing the IPC or its board of directors. But we have standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himeko, sorry for interrupting, but this doesn't sound like...
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10 minutes ago.
There's no fooling the Astral Express. You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is...
Huh? What do you mean?
My superiors have granted me the approval I need. You're very curious of so many eager faces. Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express.
Secret to getting something over the line? Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby. Projects under my wing have no room for error.
Lend me your strength.
Land! Forward! Rise! Blood cleansing dragon. Hit!
To guard and defend. Crush them. That hurt. Nap time. Just a little something. Lend me your strength.
Blood cleansing dragon.
I'm okay.
Inevitable. Land! Forward!
Trouble. Lend me your strength.
Rise!
Nap time. To guard and defend. Crush them. Lend me your strength. Time for a shot.
Lands at the ready.
Just a little something.
Hit!
Doesn't fall.
Land! Forward! Blood cleansing dragon.
That's better. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
I sense a storm.
That'll take more nap time.
Doesn't fall.
I'm on guard. Lance ablaze.
Lance! Forward!
Lend me your strength.
The strength.
Lance at the ready.
Just a little something.
Nice teamwork.
Lend me your strength.
I sense a storm.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Awaken, dormant. World cleansing dragon.
Incredible. No wonder the Astral Express is so finished warming up. Now it's my turn.
Stop! All of you, put down your weapons.
Branya! Oh, you're here just in time. Things were about to get out of...
Supreme Guardian. I was starting to wonder whether you'd left the Express crew to fend for themselves.
I would never do such a thing.
More important?
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you to help us evaluate...
Help you? That's interesting.
I have read your letter, word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experiences truly touched. Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Yarillo 6. It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find common ground.
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my behavior. I admire your determination. Seeing as we've come this far.
I understand. That's why I've been taking things one. Members of the Express, we'll need your help too.
What a dismal sight. This district. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
And then began again.
Kyle, sorry for the delay.
The path ahead is clear, Madam Guardian. You...
Excellent. The mount, let's go.
What is this place? We've never been here before, right?
We've only recently discovered this domain. Let's keep moving forward.
Look. The people of Belobog have not given up. I just want to give them a chance.
Do you two recognize that broken down machine over there? I thought you might. Miss Topaz, I know you've done a lot of research into Belobog.
Not at all. Which is why I find it so incredible.
I may know the reason why. The engine of creation was constructed solely by the people of Belobog. The project was led by the first Supreme Guardian, Alyssa Rand. while warriors fought.
So what you're saying is the engine of creation?
Yes, but not entirely. The engine of creation was commissioned for combat shortly after its completion and played a significant role in the but Alyssa Rand had a long-term vision, one that nobody anticipated. For a long time, it was actually given a much grander purpose: to help the Belabogians rebuild their home.
Remarkable. A vision that would transcend both time and generation. Not to take away from the Supreme Guardian in front of me. She's...
Thank you. But I didn't really do anything. All I did was bring the people of Belobog together and make them aware that our hard-earned freedom was under... If we want to preserve this freedom, we must act and show those who doubt us that we, Belobog, have the outcome of our mobilization speaks for itself.
I must say, I didn't anticipate this at all. I'll fight for this opportunity for you, Branya. I shouldn't have conflated your own... My world never had a resolute leader, so people gave up on the idea of saving themselves long ago.
Then, are you willing to retract your previous decision? As for the debt, we'll find a way to gradually...
Unfortunately, the acquisition of Urilo 6 is a strategic decision that's been approved by the IPC's top... Unless...
Don't worry, Miss Topaz. Myself and all of the nameless aboard the Astro...
Fantastic. That might just work. As I'll handle it.
Miss Topaz.
Don't worry, it's nothing I can't handle. There are more important things than titles and ranks. If that's what they want to do, then so be it. I've lost...
Thank you so much for all you've done. I never thought...
Rift? I wouldn't go that far. Also, it's me. Oh, thinking about a career? Sure thing. I'll put in the best...
I'm glad. Well, you all need some rest after everything you've been through. Miss Topaz, if you...
I appreciate the offer, but it's been great getting to know you both. I hope we can work together again.
It's getting late. Where to now?
I've been wondering, how did you figure out what was happening here on Belobog, Himeko?
March was looking forward to the soul warmth. I never thought this trip would be so...
In light of the events that have transpired, your rank will be demoted from P45 to P44 with corresponding adjustment to your basic salary. All bonuses, you will need to submit an additional report regarding this incident to Diamond. If you have any objections to this penalty, you may also file an appeal.
I have no...
Understood. Is there anything else? If there are no further remarks, this meeting...
Oh, you only got demoted one rank? Phew, you dodged a bullet there. Pretty big project. Oh, this voice changer is driving me crazy.
Let me turn it off.
Aventurine, why are you still on the line?
Hey, what's with the hostility? It's not like I'm your boss. Oh, wait. I guess I am now.
Can I help you? If you've got something...
Oh, nothing important. Just checking in on you. I told you Eurillo 6 would be a high-risk, low-reward case. In our line of work, having a kind heart can be more of a liability than...
Anything else? If not, I'm hanging up.
Wait. Hold on a minute. Don't hang up. I get it. You're not in... While you were enjoying your playtime on Eurillo 6, Diamond was busy taking care of the head That's right. The renowned Teravan. One of the 7 board members. He's throwing his... Diamond's been a great help to both of us. Your antics on such a crucial day can't exactly have... Since you get the point, let's get down to business. I'm currently at Pier Point. There's a major deal that could affect the whole...
Huh. And what prompted the...
Panic, honey. What else?
What?
That's right. Now...
hold on a minute. Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting...
Honestly, who knows? The family has some pretty questionable characters. But as we both know, the IPC does more than just business deals.
I'll get back to you later. Seems like... I hope I made the right decision this time. The snow is mesmerizing.